Hello everyone, welcome back to Dishonored 2. We are back to our regularly scheduled programming. We have just figured out the source of Delilah's immortality, though not necessarily what to do about it. That's what we're going to talk to our allies about next, I assume. It will probably involve taking out Duke Abel. Oh, it looks like answer from Wyman. Okay, I still don't know that I trust him. We don't know if that's from him. We'll see. Let's go find out what is new on the Dreadful Whale.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Where is that coming from? Is she in here? No. I'm just hearing their conversation from the ship. Okay.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Okay. They're just bantering. What new stuff do we have over here?
A gangster could never be trusted to run a city. Byrne wanted to be High Overseer.
Doesn't necessarily make him a bad guy? Or maybe I'm just naive. Where are we going? The Grand Palace? So we're here, and that's where we're going.
Duke Abel spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me.
Doesn't look like any new information on that side of things. Is this door still? Yeah. Wonder when we are going to be able to go in there. Just having a quick look around. I don't actually think there's anything new back here. Okay, so it looks like Anton has been recording his thoughts, and he's got a bunch of junk in here. What is all this for? What are you building? That looks like a light bulb. Yeah, is this some kind of spotlight?
Empress Jessamine herself once offered me a suite at Dunwall Tower, complete with a laboratory, the finest apparatus in the Isles. I declined, of course. I'm not some conjurer from penny novels. Besides, I have a great fondness for my privacy, and my interests often find me coming and going in the odd hours of night. It's hard not to consider what might have been different had I plotted a different course through my early years. Was there something I might have said or done when Delilah was my apprentice that could have prevented all of this? Or is character a fixed star we must all follow in darkness?
Well, that's definitely not true. I mean, she made her choices, but she had a choice. She was not doomed to become evil. She chose to do that. Okay, so it looks like we might also have an audiograph from Megan, which should be interesting. And I also want to point out that this pot is like simmering just on nothing. There's nothing there. It is literally simmering itself. It also doesn't look too good. It looks really bad. I don't think food is supposed to be that color green.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirconos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
Okay. Well, let's get it done. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yes, I did, but it's okay because I can do this now. I'm not limited in my modes of transportation. Oh, I didn't know that this was open. So that's how I heard them. That's cool. Alright, folks. What have we got?
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
Okay, so how do we get started? Oh, she's going up to the boat. Okay. Is there anything here for me to read or look at? It's odd. I'm the Empress, but I just kind of feel like they're hired thug. Which is a bit like how Corvo was So I should probably be a little bit more wary of them instead of just assuming they're on my side.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
I don't know that you've been useful, but I also wouldn't call you useless. You've done what you can. Alright, Megan, let's get this party started.
Should we head toward the palace?
She asks as though there's anything else to do here.
Alright, let's go.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Alright, here we go. What could potentially be the penultimate mission. And just like every other mission in this game, we're gonna start off by looking around, see what there is to find. 17. Ooh, that one's really far away. There may be some excuse me, there may be some that we aren't close enough to yet. But that one's the closest thing that I can see. Oh. Oh, hello. Well, don't mind if I do. I'm sure having a little bit of extra cash will come in handy. Things are bound to get a little crazy. What is that? Oh, that's to restore mana if we want to. Anything good over here? Okay, fairly linear so far. That's not safe. That is not safe at all.
Stuff comes in. It's got to get where it's going. That's why they call it the black market. Can't just sit here. Too much chance a Grand Guard catches on to us, or maybe rightful owners come and pick it up.
What's the delay getting it to the shop? Bet you afraid we'll get caught?
The guy that runs the shop is nervous. But if they just let us move it straight off the boat. Now, I got a friend over at the shop. Been running protection for black market shops for years here in Karnaka and over in Colorado. So there's basically no risk.
What's your friend's name?
That's a secret. These guys deal with me and nobody else. Job security.
Interessante, okay. We got a mission clue. Smugglers are waiting at their boat to deliver contraband to a nearby black market shop. Their captain went ahead to arrange for the delivery. So is there stuff on the boat we could steal? I mean, I'm not a fan of theft, but they are smugglers. They are smugglers, so let's go have a look. It's locked. Who has the key? Probably one of the dudes, honestly. Yeah, I'm not seeing a key. Actually, I just had a thought.
I'm the first one to admit when I'm scared.
I bet
And there,
they...
I said it. I'm scared. Something's up.
They don't have the key yet. It would show up on their person if they did. I bet the captain has it. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. So we have to go to the black market and talk to the captain. Alright, now how do we get out of here without getting shot? Oh, I need to be careful. Can probably easily get down behind them if I can just get a better vantage point. Wait for the mana to come back, and here we go. Oh, okay. I did not expect her to just jump up like that. What do I have in the way of human disarming? Domino. Well, that kind of sucks. I actually can't put him to sleep. Where he's standing. What the heck? How? That was a sleep dart, right? Okay. I don't know. Well, that's 2 more dead bodies. Oh my gosh. This game is a little ridiculous. It's alright. We should still be able to get the low chaos. I'm not too worried about it. As long as we're not murdering people left and right. Still, I would have liked to not kill anybody in this whole run through, but situations conspired against me. You're a civilian. Can I gain the high ground.
I need new boots. Just don't fit right.
Probably shouldn't do that while he can see me. They tend to get freaked out if they see you doing that kind of stuff. Is this open? No. Does this just lead to nothing? Can I get up there? No. Alright. Gonna check our heart again. So that one... Those two are tied for closeness, but that one's not towards the main objective, so that's what we'll focus on. That's blocked.
Why does she want that apartment? Dust everywhere, no matter what.
Ravina Boulevard. Nothing to suggest we're in any danger at the moment.
Hey, you. You seem different. Can you help me out with a bit of coin?
Yeah.
You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out.
Oh, thank you very much. And some rocks behind a fountain. I will
I used to live here. See you
remember
sometime.
that.
See you sometime.
What is this? The fact that there are a bunch of statues around freaks me out, though I guess it shouldn't. This does seem to be a sculptor's home.
See, I told you.
And nobody's around. We're gonna take the whalebone. And the bone charm. But nothing else. We're not gonna rob this guy. It's just not a good idea to let people hold on to these things. They tend to go insane. Winslow. Oh, it's another safe building. Okay, let's see what bone charm we got. It's a black bone charm, so it should be fairly potent. But it doesn't look like it. Oh well. I'm kind of happy with what we have equipped at the moment.
Told him he wouldn't last a day. Poor kid. Why do I always have to be right?
There's runes in there. And guards.
Request for new boots, and what did I get? A sock. One useless sock.
Search permit, Captain. I know the laws in Tarnaka.
I'm hoping that this window up here will let us get in without a lot of hubbub. It looks like I may have made the right call, actually. I'm not seeing any people up here. I'll leave their elixir, they might need it. I think we've read that book, so I'm not going to check that one out. Not that book, sorry, but that newspaper. Or maybe I was completely wrong. Did I totally misjudge? Yeah, that's locked. Oh, hold on. Make sure there's nobody standing on that balcony when we jump over to it.
Not this time.
Are these howlers? I think we're in the clear. I think we are free to come down here and grab it. I'm gonna grab the whalebone. Again, not a good idea to let people just hold on to these things. They're not good for their mind. Okay, what do these documents say, first of all? Okay. See what I'm talking about? Alright, bud, what have you got to say for yourself?
Here you are, back among your own people. The palace-born and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable, Majesty? Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
Whew, so... yeah, I was right. We are going to have to say goodbye to Jessamine for good this time, it seems like. But then we're gonna have Delilah. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want to be walking around with that lady in my pocket. God, she's creepy enough when she's half a mile away, or more. Half a world away, honestly. She's gonna be turning my lint into some kind of cult. Did I mark what I'm heading towards? Or am I just walking? Oh, come on, Emily. We've been doing this all game. Can I get over here safely? It seems like I can. It does indeed seem like I can. I feel a lot more free to just move around this area. Like, we've been grabbing up collectibles left and right. That is actually all the time I have for this episode, though. When I come back, we're gonna finish gathering up the goodies in this area. If we see the fountain, I haven't seen it yet, but maybe I just haven't been paying attention. We'll grab the secret that the gambler spoke about, or not the gambler. This is not a Kenny Rogers song, Pax. That the beggar spoke about. And then we'll head into the Grand Palace. As always, if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, do so down below. If you'd like to keep up with what we're doing here, you can follow me on Twitter. But other than that, till I see you again, y'all be good, and God bless.